Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Savvy Savings with Sara. We are here at our Retail Me Not headquarters in Austin, Texas, and I'm so excited. I have a very special guest today, Brittany Moore. Say hello to our Facebook Live friends.
Hello,
So,
thanks for having me.
Brittany is here to talk about spring cleaning with us. She's going to talk not only cleaning and getting your life in shape, but also kind of home organizing, life organizing, office organizing. You see, we have a ton of products here, and Brittany is not only a professional home organizer, but she's also a female entrepreneur, and she's the founder of her own, I'm going to let you tell everyone about it, but she owns Be More Organized, which is an amazing company here in Austin, Texas. But I'm sure you do phone consultations if anyone from anywhere else in the country wants to talk to you.
I actually travel to California, throughout Texas, and Colorado quite frequently.
Oh, perfect.
I help clients with moving services as well, and so it kind of tends to be that once you build a relationship with a home organizer, you tend to kind of stick with them.
Right.
Because they've kind of seen every drawer in your house. They know everything about what's going on in your home. And so when I move clients to, say, Colorado, they tend to call me and want me to come back. So
I bet.
I go all over.
I imagine there must be a certain level of trust that you create and establish with all of your clients.
Yes.
I mean, you bring up a good point about the closets and the drawers. Someone going into your life and seeing everything, I would want to stick with the same person
Yeah,
for
it can be a very
while.
personal thing. I think a lot of people, are worried about feeling judged sometimes, but I mean, I'm a very non-judgmental person. It's not about that. Everyone has stuff, and everyone needs their stuff organized.
Awesome. So we are psyched to have Brittany here. She's going to tell us about all of her tips, all of her suggestions, all of her favorite products. So you have a bunch of stuff here that you brought with yourself. You brought that were rotten here. Just kidding. What movie is that from?
Oh gosh, I'm the worst at that. Ask me.
Anyway, what we're trying to say is that we have a lot of products here that we're going to talk about, and we're also going to talk to you a little bit about how to save money in your life when it comes to spring cleaning, home organizing, getting yourself in a good place as we approach the nice, fun, and warmer spring and summer months. But first of all, I want to remind everyone we're giving away one $100 Amex gift card. Really excited. And all you have to do is let us know you're in the comments and tell me what your number one spring cleaning tip is, and you will be entered for the chance to win the $100 gift card. Caitlin is going to choose the winners by tonight at midnight, so make sure you watch our video, get all of Brittany's tips, go to her website, let us know you're here, tell us where you're calling in from or tuning in from, and you will be entered for the chance to win. Pretty easy. So, Caitlin, any questions before we kind of kick things off?
We got some hellos from Irene and Bill. So, hey, everyone.
Bill, my dad, or Katie's dad?
Bill, your dad.
Bill, hey, Dad. Dad, this one's for you. Brittany's going to call you afterwards and give you some tips and tricks how to organize, things in Lancaster.
We'll do a FaceTime.
We'll do a FaceTime. I don't know if he knows that. So, Brittany, first things first, how did you find yourself in this business?
So it really goes back to when I was, as far as I can remember, middle school, high school, kind of like young years of just checking out at the grocery store and loving organizing the bags and how can I fit as many items in a bag at once, and it's like a big puzzle.
Tetris.
Yeah, exactly, and I love that game.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, Sudoku or whatever that is.
Oh, yeah.
But, so my mom's an interior designer in Los Angeles, and she's, when you're designing for a client, you're also kind of digging into different crevices of their home, just bringing out different items and trying to also push items away. And so she was constantly finding that her clients needed closet organization or garage organization, just helping to kind of declutter the things that they don't need for her design projects and maybe add some new ones. And so at the age of like 12 and 13, I started organizing closets and decluttering garages.
Yeah.
I just
So you've
have
been
always
doing this
loved it.
basically your whole entire life.
Yes. I didn't really know it was a profession or something I could ever do.
Yeah, so how did you segue your kind of passion and your talent into an actual career?
Yeah, so it really wasn't until probably 2011, 2012. I had a girlfriend through church. Her mother-in-law was coming in, and she was so nervous.
That's
like
funny.
My mom is like,
Yeah.
mother-in-law's so judgmental. She's like always telling me like, oh, that goes there. And I was like, oh my gosh, I got this. Like I came over and I organized her for a couple of days, and it was perfect. And she's like, I worked hard. Like, for 3 days, like, I worked hard. She's like, you should get paid for this. And I'm like, yeah. So, and I don't know, just kind of snowballed from there.
Yeah.
I started really thinking about it and finding that more and more people
Needs,
want that
that
service.
service, someone like you to come into their life. Yeah. So we talk about spring cleaning, and for me, I love to spring clean. I clean out my closet, I do it all. So thank you. But you know, a lot of people are skeptical. Is it like a buzzword, or do you suggest? I hope the sound isn't bad for.
Did I knock it off?
No, I did it. I'm sorry, guys. So sorry, 5 seconds. So what do you think? So
I got a tip in here actually. We've got one from Krista who says definitely clean counters and ceiling fans before you vacuum or sweep.
oh, that's such a good tip,
I mean, that's
Krista. I've done that a million times.
A lot of people forget to clean their ceiling fans. Fridges too.
Fridges.
Clean your fridge at least every month or two.
Now, what do you mean clean? Like take something like, so this is new. I don't know if you guys know or if you even know. So Jet, Jet.com.
Yeah.
So Jet is now making all of their own cleaning supply products. So you mean like take something like this, an all-purpose cleaner, and literally clean the shelves?
Everything out of your fridge. Clean everything. And then when you're putting it back in your fridge, like if there's certain items that you're prone to buying, whether it's eggs or yogurt or just like little items, they do make, like the Container Store or even Target makes little clear bins that you can put back in your fridge and put all of your yogurts and everything in one place. And then it just makes it easier, like pulling in and out and knowing what's in there, knowing when you're running out of something, and then go the extra mile and just label it yogurt or
So spring cleaning is legitimate. So if I weren't as meticulous as you probably would like me to be, or some of our viewers like my father, what do you recommend? So like what's the one tip? Like fridge, amazing, but like it can be overwhelming. I imagine maybe when you sit down, like when you go into someone's home for the very first time at a consultation,
Yep.
What does that look like? What do you suggest to people? And then what are the next steps?
So when I'm coming into someone's home, or by the time someone's calling me, typically they're already far past overwhelmed. They're stressed out, they're anxious, they just like, I want to move, I can't deal with it anymore, I don't know where to start, the project's too big, it's my whole house, stuff is just falling out from the crevices. So really though, what I do when I walk in for a consultation, I ask my clients, what is your biggest pain point? What is stressing you out the most? Okay, great, let's focus there. Maybe it's usually one or two things, but let's pick one. Let's focus all of our efforts there. So I would say for someone not using a home organizer, someone just at home, find that area and then start by starting. Just one thing at a time. Focus on just removing the items from that area that you no longer need. And then the next day, follow back up with organizing and categorizing the items left in that area. So let's say we're talking about a medicine cabinet. Remove the items that you no longer need. Maybe you have baby Advil and different things in there from when you had kids. Well, maybe your kids are all grown up and they don't need baby Advil anymore. Throw that stuff away, or give it away to friends or anyone you can. Remove it, and then categorize all the Advils and different items together, and then find a storage solution that suits the number of items that you have, and always label it with a label maker.
Oh, good idea. So you're almost suggesting like work backwards. So look at what you have, remove it all, and then figure out where it's all going to go. So I was reading some of your notes. So Brittany also has a blog post up on The Real Deal. So we'll make sure to link out to that in the notes, or if it's
We'll have it later.
yeah, Caitlin will handle all of that, so you can guys go back and see and read everything that Brittany wrote. But you wrote like two things that really, you just said it, so start by starting. Like I think that's such a good tip, like you should totally coin that because it is so smart. It's one of those things where you feel super overwhelmed, whether it's with organizing or cleaning, or frankly just like in life or work or general, if you're starting a new hobby or a new, you just start by starting, like you just do it. So just get in there.
And make small goals.
Small goals.
I think a lot of times in life we throw on these huge goals and we don't accomplish them, and that leads us to just feeling like, oh, I'm just not going to be able to ever accomplish this. So small things, small little pieces. Don't say you're going to work out 5 days a week. Say you're going to work out 1 day a week, and then build from there.
That's a good idea. And then what about like decluttering? You feel like when your home is decluttered, what do you feel like is your, home cleaning, home organizing philosophy?
So more than anything, I would say decluttering is the most important part of organizing in general. We all just have too much stuff. we've lived in a society where it's all about just buying and buying and buying. And think about the amount of items that come into your home on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. And then think about the items that ever leave your home. I mean, how often do you ever give stuff to a friend or take stuff to Goodwill? Hardly ever for most people. So it's starting to think about the things that you buy and really ask yourself, like, do I need this? Do I have another one of these at home somewhere? Just asking yourself those questions.
Yeah, and do you feel like de-stress, clear mind, clear house, clear mind?
Decluttering, it 100% links to de-stressing. Less stuff, like more of a minimalistic lifestyle, makes life so much easier. If you have less stuff, you have less stuff to clean up, to put away.
No, that's a good point.
When your kids come home and they ransack your house and mess it up, you have less stuff to put back into place. So.
And then do you feel as though for a long-term solution, decluttering, cleaning up, so do you feel like organizing can actually save people money?
100%. The biggest thing I find when organizing someone's home, and I would say 90% of my clients have this, Band-Aids. There are Band-Aids hidden in like every nook and crevice and drawer and cabinet.
And they forget about them?
And they forget about them because you buy one and then you like shove it in a drawer and then someone gets a boo-boo and you need a Band-Aid and you're like at the store and you're like, oh, I couldn't find them again, and you buy another and you put it in a different drawer. So finding all the items in your home and bringing them into one place and categorizing them and then organizing them and labeling it so that you know exactly where they are and where they're supposed to go back.
Such a good
means
tip.
You're not going to buy a duplicate of that item.
I do that all the time. I'm the worst. Caitlin, do you do that?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Brandon, do you feel like you're pretty organized at your house? Fairly?
Could definitely be better.
Where do you think, what area of your home do you feel like could use the most organization? Or more organization?
Say the fridge.
The fridge?
Everybody on here is saying start with the fridge.
Yeah, what are we hearing on, so tell us about some of our comments. Who's tuning in?
Well, we have a lot of commenters who have some great tips.
Yes.
I do want to point out that Patricia said that to help her declutter, she just watches Hoarders on TV.
Makes you feel better.
I love that, Patricia.
And Chrissy has a question. Any tips to get her teens involved in spring?
Ooh, I love that, Brittany. What do you think when it comes to, getting the whole family involved?
No, so getting kids involved and getting the whole family involved is a really important start. So I had a family just this last week that I worked on. I worked on the little girl's room. And she didn't even have, for instance, like a toothbrush holder. She used to just like leave her toothbrush out on the counter. And I got her a toothbrush holder and I organized and got her little drawer organizers for all of her bows and ribbons and clips and everything. She's like 8 years old. And her mom the next day called me and was like, she kept everything exactly how you left
I
it.
love that.
She was so excited to like put everything back. And so kids really do love it. They love it when you create some boundaries for them and tell them like this is how things should be done. And they get excited about keeping it that way. Especially for young kids though, like teens, make it fun, make it exciting, give them incentivize them.
That's
for
a good
sure.
idea.
But even another step for other kids, like younger kids, I always recommend when you label something, also put a Polaroid picture with it. It helps kids learn word association. So instead of just saying Barbies, like take a picture of the Barbies, then they can learn.
That's a good idea.
And it also looks like organization. If you make it pretty, people are more likely to do it. Someone suggested putting earrings. Joanna putting earrings in a shadow box.
Yeah, there are so many things.
Jewelry can probably get really
I
hard.
have quite a few clients that have a lot of jewelry. Container Store actually has another system that I really like. It's a very tall, multiple drawer, clear glass container that has room for necklaces on the side, and then each drawer pulls out and it's clear with a certain fabric on the bottom that allows it not to slip, and I lay all the earrings and jewelry in there as well. So there's so many great tools out there. At the end of the day, it's just finding something that works for you. Truly, there's no wrong way to organize. I don't have a one-size-fits-all solution by any means. I I walk in and I ask clients, how can I make this work for you? What do you need to function well? And then I can make it look pretty and add some tools that I know of.
Because what might work for me might not work for Brandon or Caitlin.
Exactly.
Say.
Some people like a deeper detail to their organization. Some people are like, no, I don't even want drawers. I just want like a big bucket of like shirts over there and another bucket of like jeans over there.
Yeah. Organizing all of this stuff isn't expensive, right? So, something like this, I know that, I don't know if this is the exact one that you like to use,
I do really like this
tell
one.
the viewers, so maybe we'll talk a little bit about some of the products that we have here that we brought.
Yeah.
So organizing, bringing some organization and style to all of your stuff.
Definitely. So this is a tool I use a ton, especially in women's closets. We all have all kinds of scarves, all different colors. And so one thing I end up doing quite a bit is buying multiple of these, sometimes 2 or 3, and I'll actually color coordinate them. So I'll put all neutral tones on one hanger, and then I'll put blues and greens on another, and so forth. But these are great for scarf hangers. Awesome. Another thing I do is just keep some of my nicer scarves on the dry cleaning hangers and color coordinate those as well, so that they're always like pressed and ready to go. But for some of your cotton or different fabric hangers, these are great.
Nice. So you bring up another good point. I have a ton of scarves, like a lot of scarves, and I probably don't need them all. But in your blog post, you mentioned, unload it. How do you recommend? So I could take my things to Goodwill. What are some other suggestions you have for our Facebook Live friends and family out there for what to do with all their excess stuff, their excess Band-Aids, their excess scarves, like me? Like everything might have a second home, right?
Definitely. So when you're looking at a certain area of your home, there's kind of some categories you can think through in your head. You can think through a donate pile, and we can talk more about like where to donate. And then you could have a give and sell pile, right? So that could be maybe give to my sister or my best friend, or sell on eBay or Facebook or somewhere. And then you can have a keep pile, and these are the items that you're keeping and then categorizing. Lipsticks are here and eyeshadows are here, and these are all things I want to keep, but I'm making sure that they're clumped together in the categories they're supposed to be in. So to answer your question about donating, I mean, everyone's got their go-tos as far as Salvation Army or Goodwill, but you can also get more specific. Look at what's around you in your community. Here in Austin, I love donating to Safe Place. They're a women's shelter, and they also have the Austin Children's Shelter attached to them. And then also just going to my local church. A lot of times if you call a church near you, they have a donation area set up for families, and they'll take just almost about anything. So I would say kind of get creative and think about some of those things in your community, but
it's not just clothes though, right? Like
furniture, I mean, anything.
Band-Aids.
So
you said that pens and pencils you'll sometimes find at families' homes where there's just so many of them, and you end up taking them to schools that might need them, right?
I work with a lot of teachers, and so just even in my own network, I'll just take a bin, throw it all in a bin, and drop it off at a teacher's school.
I thought that was a really good idea, especially, we read so many of these articles about teachers in schools who don't have as much funding as maybe they used to or they might want. So I thought that was a really smart idea, because who hasn't, maybe thrown out pens and pencils that you found lying around the house or that you bring home from a restaurant or a doctor's office or something like that. But I know, like you said, there's probably, Katie's sister is a teacher, and she's told me countless stories about how teachers are just needing so many of these supplies. So I thought that was a really, really good tip.
Them a lot of money. Another idea too, with even donating, kind of giving away, one thing that we all have so many of laying around the house is reusable grocery bags. You guys have a million of them. I recycle so many every day. So take one of those reusable grocery bags and throw in some lotions and potions that you don't need. Women, I know you guys can find some extra shampoos or lotions or mascaras that you're like, I don't even want to open it, I'm not going to use it, and little lipsticks. Throw it all in a reusable grocery bag or an old purse that you don't use anymore, and put it in the front seat of your car and hand it to a homeless person the next time you drive by someone. I mean, there's so many different ways to get creative about how you give stuff away, and then you feel good about it that it's going to someone who really needs it.
Yeah, I think that's a good point too. It makes people feel happy to kind of give back, especially in their community.
All right, have a question from Tim, Brittany. So he said that my wife likes to keep everything. How can I break her of that habit?
Can be really hard.
Tim?
Tim. A lot of my clients have, I would say, emotional attachment to items. It's a process of, asking her, when was the last time we used this? And, what are we planning to do with it in the future? A really harsh reality and truth that I tell a lot of my clients is every single thing that we own will one day end up at Goodwill. Whether you take it to Goodwill or your daughter who inherits it takes it to Goodwill or their daughter. And I know that that's a real mental challenge for a lot of people who love their stuff, but you don't take anything with you when you go. So if it's really not bringing you any joy, let it go. If it's just something that you're going to keep in a memorabilia bin in the attic and never look at, but it's your high school jacket and it means so much to you, take a picture of it.
That's a good idea. I do that with clothes, but I do try to maintain the 1 year rule, which I've read about a lot, is if you haven't worn something in 1 year, it's time to donate it, give it away.
Yeah, women in closets. We wear, statistics say, on average 20 to 30% on the good end of our closet.
So sad.
20%. So I tell clients, if you want to break that rule, really make it a point to say, okay, I've worn this recently. I go into my closet and I look for something I haven't worn recently. Because a lot of times we have our go-tos.
Totally.
You got to mix it up. Otherwise, get rid of stuff.
So before we keep going, I just want to remind everyone you are watching another episode of Savvy Savings with Sara here at Retail Me Not. We are down in Austin, Texas, saving you time, money, hassle, everything. So make sure you are using our website or a free app. Make sure you have installed our new browser extension, Genie, which saves you so much more time. If you're tired of searching for coupons, you can install Genie and it's going to search for coupons and discount gift cards and cashback offers. We have so many of those immediately applying those at checkout. So like I said, if you're just tired of searching the internet, make sure you install the Retail Me Not Genie. Super easy to use. Make sure you have our app downloaded if you're shopping in store or just browsing, on your phone. And we are giving away a $100 American Express gift card. So let me know what your spring cleaning tip is. Write it down in the comments, and Caitlin is going to choose a winner by tonight at midnight. So one more thing, I think Katie brought us wine. So as we kind of get into the back end, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
It's 5 o'clock here.
Katie, so do you have an organizing philosophy?
Well, my fridge is very organized despite everybody. Because I don't really have anything in it but wine. So that's organized. I need closet help though. I might have to call you.
Yes.
What's a tip if I am always finding things from years ago that I didn't know I had because I have so many clothes and so many things I know that it's kind of just packed in there. So do you have a tip for?
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
I love closets. So I'm always
Do we need to, Brandon, can you see us?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
You'll
I'm
tell us if we're out of the shot.
surprised how few people color coordinate their closets. I'm telling you,
Thanks.
it'll be the best thing you've ever done, and it's actually really easy to maintain. I have some clients that like to get really particular within a color block. Let's say you're working with black. You've got long sleeve, short sleeve, and then tank tops within that color, and then doing that, so on and so forth. So, but color coordinating your closets really allows you to be oh my gosh, black takes up my entire closet. I own 3 blue shirts. Maybe I should buy more blue. Really again, just categorizing everything in your home, whether it's your closet, your medicine cabinet, your pantry, anything. It really lets you know how much you have when you're running out of something or when you need to replace something.
I
But
love your idea. In Brittany's blog, she mentioned these shoe boxes. What are
Yes.
they called? Our
shoe
Our shoe
box
box.
at the Container Store. So they come in a couple of different sizes. One's for men's shoes.
Those are for boots, actually. You can put little boots
Yeah.
in this one.
So there's one that's for men's shoes, particularly. There's a smaller one of this version for women's regular high heels and shoes, and then there's this tall version for really tall heels and booties. So these are great because, can you hold that for a second? They're great because the tops, this is the lid, they sit right on top and they kind of hold each other. So it's not gonna move. So you can
Love
stack them
those.
really well. And then it's really cute and easy because obviously you can see right into it and see what's inside. Sometimes we'll even label them or just,
You could put a Polaroid of the shoe on the front too.
definitely.
Yeah.
So there's all kinds of things you can do with them. They've got a couple different versions of shoe boxes. They even have ones that stack and then are open. The face of them kind of falls open so that you can leave them stacked. These are great if you're only stacking maybe 2 or 3 or 4 at a time. I wouldn't stack too much further, but there's other options for stacking even 10 high.
Awesome.
Good idea.
Well, I'm gonna do a little cheers. I just wanted to come and say
Thanks
hi.
for the wine.
Hi, everybody. Happy Friday, everyone.
Cheers. Thanks for coming. We're not done. We're just taking a little break. I want to hear what Caitlin, while we take our first sip.
We got some great closet tips. I'm going to call it this one from Susan. She puts her clothes on blue hangers at the beginning of the year, and then after she's washed them, she puts them on the red hangers so she knows if she's actually wearing those clothes.
I love that.
That's great, Susan.
Oh my gosh. For some of my more detail-oriented clients, that would be an amazing tip. I love
Okay,
that. Great
cool.
And then we've got Chelsea, who actually, instead of just doing all of her donating clothes at one time, she keeps a bag in her closet, and then she decides if she wants that, if she hasn't worn it in that moment.
I love that.
No, I don't get it.
Chelsea, I messed this up.
Chelsea,
It's
one
okay.
more time.
All right, Chelsea has a bag in her closet, so instead of going in at one time and doing a clean sweep, she goes and she tries it out. She decides if she wants it, then it's out of there.
Okay, I like
She kind
that.
of has a continuous bag.
Always on, always
Yes,
on.
I have clients that do that too, and not just with their closets, but just in general. They have a bag maybe in a hall closet or something. And because, for instance, kids, families who have small kids, they grow out of stuff so fast. 3T, 4T, 5T, it's like you can't keep up. So having some bags around the house that you can just be like, 3T, I don't need any more. Like throw it in there and give it to a friend or someone at their school who has a child that needs 3T. So love that tip. It's great.
And then we have from Barbara, she says do one room at a time, don't move on until that one's done.
Totally.
Sometimes, so yes and no, because for instance, let's say you wanted to start with a guest bathroom, and let's say you had a lot of vitamins or medications and things in this guest bathroom, in the drawers and the cabinets. Well, you might also have medications and vitamins in other areas of the house, and it's really great to bring all of that together at one time. So sometimes when you are organizing one room, you might actually have to you find that you have to start with a different room. I have clients that want to clear out a guest bedroom, and I'm like, well, we can't start here then. We actually need to start in the garage and get the garage organized, because a lot of the stuff in the guest bedroom is going to come into the garage and be stored in here. So
Good
you have
point.
to think through where things are going. So yes, definitely start in one place, but you might find that some of those items need to go in other areas, and instead of just throwing them in that other area, you might as well spend a minute or two organizing it.
That makes sense. Aisha actually wanted to see where those shoe boxes are from. Where can we get those?
Yeah, so let's talk about the products real quick. I want to make sure I know that people, have their shows to watch or have stuff to do. It's a Friday night, Friday afternoon. So a couple more questions. Let's talk about the products. So we talked a little bit about the shoe boxes. We talked about the hangers. Belt hangers, I imagine, are something that you use a lot.
Yeah, so belt or tie hangers, you'd be surprised how many guys, especially guys' closets I walk into, and they've just got like a standard hanger where their belts are just like flying off of it and falling off of it. So every guy should have one of these in their closet. You can find these on Amazon, at Target, at Walmart. I think this one's from the Container Store, but really almost any supplier or vendor has these. So find one of these, buy it. Belts, ties, both. Ties on one side, belts on one side.
Yeah, I
Whatever
think
works.
we started to talk about this, but what I was going to say is that organizing your house doesn't have to be expensive. I mean, a lot of these items, Container Store we talked about, Target, Walmart, Jet.com, a lot of these things, this costs like $3.99 or $5.99, under $10.
Either way, yeah, depending on where you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Container
there's-
Store is a little bit more expensive than somewhere like Walmart.
Yes, definitely. And that's where you kind of make that comparison. For instance, garage bins. I do garages all the time.
The big ones?
Yeah, so I
Okay.
have clients that love the Container Store, and so I do. I do buy their big bins. But I always just say, I mean, they're $8 for a really big garage bin at Walmart. So, shop around a little bit online, figure out what fits in your budget, and then head to the store.
And then always make sure you use a retail me not coupon.
Yes. Definitely.
And then, wait, you brought this up, but I feel like I need to kind of, okay, tell me do you use one of these?
I have 3.
You have 3 label makers.
Yes, I have different sizes and different colors and.
This is
and
from the
whatnot.
Container Store.
And you can buy them on Amazon as well.
Buy 'em anywhere.
Actually, the little ribbons are cheaper on Amazon.
So like replacement cartridges.
Yeah, so they're really easy. You just grab the little cartridge,
I'm not
drop
gonna
it
do
right
this.
in. Batteries drop right in. It's pretty,
What do you use this for?
all kinds of things.
These shoes.
So I do label shoes sometimes, but
Uh-huh.
let's say even like this great little stackable drawer guy you've got here. This comes in a multitude of sizes, whether you're shopping at any of the stores that we've mentioned, Walmart, Target, Amazon, the Container Store. You can buy these and just buy 1, buy 2, buy 3. I use these a lot for medications, vitamins. Even sometimes we use them for baby clothes, depending on closet space. If someone doesn't have a lot of built-in storage, socks go in one, undies go in another. So they're very versatile. You can use them for almost anything. But
Nice.
I use a label maker, for labeling all of my bins in my pantry. A lot of times if I'm doing a bathroom and you've got drawers in the bathroom, I'll actually label the top of the drawer where it says like dental items or hair products or whatever it may be, because then it always reminds you, even after, let's say, I'm gone or maybe your husband's home or someone's there and putting stuff away for you, things aren't going to ever end up in the wrong place because it's labeled, where it's supposed to go.
Nice. And
Almost
are you
anything.
familiar with this?
I love dry erase tape.
Okay, I'm not familiar with this. Are you guys dry erase tape? Tell me.
So it comes in.
Oh, is that why, Hillary, you had the markers here?
Yeah.
Oh, where'd they go?
Are these ones dry erase too? I think so.
Yep, those are dry
These
erase.
ones, love colors. So, dry erase tape, dry erase stickers. Again, buy them on Amazon, Container Store. These are great because if you have a bin, let's say even a garage bin, and let's say, put it on the front.
Okay.
Perfect. And let's say that bin is labeled camping equipment, and you have a bunch of camping equipment. But let's say a year goes by and you're very good, and you realize, we haven't gone camping and we don't camp anymore. So we're going to declutter. We're going to get rid of all of our camping stuff. It's as easy as wiping off the label and relabeling it sporting equipment. And you can do that
We're
for
gonna open
almost
this.
any area of your home. I also use these a lot when moving.
Oh, yeah, that's
So,
brilliant.
a big tip and trick for people that
Thanks,
are
Katie.
moving is buy a bazillion different colors of tape and tape all of your boxes in your living room with
Brilliant.
and then all of the boxes in your kitchen with red tape, and then the master bedroom with yellow tape. It helps the movers, it helps you, and then they're so easy to write on and erase that if you forgot, you maybe added something to the box or
Prescriptions.
took something away. It makes it
Vitamins.
really easy.
Okay, wait, now I want to use this. What can I,
Want to label this one?
yeah, this I can see being a really fun, addictive habit.
And it's great for kids. So
Oh, I
if you
can't do this.
have toy bins or bins in kids' rooms, kids' areas and categories are constantly changing because they're constantly growing and they're into Barbies and then they're into Legos or whatever it is. So it's as simple as having everything. Let's say you had 6 bins with this cute little tape labeled. You just scratch it off and write a new toy in there.
So anyway, you can write whatever you want. I wrote Retail Me Not, but yeah, I love the idea. I don't have scissors. I lost the scissors. We did have some. It's okay.
Yeah.
I think you guys get the point, but this stuff's amazing. I would use this, and you can use this to work too. I feel
Yeah.
like we could use this for a billion different things.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, like Brittany said, it just literally comes off.
And some tapes and some dry erase stickers don't come off as easy. So the Container Store does sell a certain label with just a typical marker. But the label's a different type of dry erase where if you rub it, it won't come off. I use those in garages a lot. So then if you're messing with
yeah,
stuff
yeah,
that doesn't rub, there's a special eraser that you have to use to get it off. But
Nice. And so so we talk a lot, in one of your notes you mentioned, going to Costco, and that brought up a really interesting question for me. Like, what do you buy at Costco that you would, or Costco or Sam's Club, like a big bulk retailer, what would you suggest buying there as opposed to buying at Target or Walmart?
So my favorite thing to buy at Costco is felt hangers. Girls are
Oh.
going crazy for felt hangers, and I'm crazy for felt hangers. They really do save a ton of room in your closet. They reduce things from falling off the hangers. They're just amazing. I'm a big fan of having all the hangers in your closet be matching. It just makes the space look more beautiful and peaceful and calming. It doesn't look as cluttered and junky with like plastic ones and different colored ones and everything. But if you go to, let's say, even like the Container Store, you'll buy the Joy hangers for, I think they're about $40 for 35. If you go to Costco, you can buy 35 black hangers for, I think, $7.99.
That's amazing. I love that tip.
Huge
Okay,
change.
so I'm going to ask you a personal question.
Go for it.
I do a lot of dry cleaning. I would say I have like 7 things dry cleaned once a week.
Yeah.
Now, so my closet is a lot of dry cleaning hangers in plastic. Would you suggest I transfer all of those things onto a black hanger as soon as I get them back from the dry
Immediately.
cleaners?
Yeah, so I would say about at least a third of my closet is as well. And even most men, I kind of just let them be with their dry cleaning hangers because if they wear a lot of suits and whatnot, that's just going to be what happens.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. But I would say for most women, do it right away.
Okay.
The moment I hang up my dry cleaning in my closet, I take all the plastic off, I remove all the
you
paper
really?
products, and I just throw it right then and there. And it really doesn't take very long.
I know. See, my thing is that, like a man, there's certain pieces that I'm going to go back in and wear right away. And so I'm like, do I really? But I guess for the stuff that I know I'm not going to wear for a while or like a special piece, like take it off. But I also feel as though the plastic protects the clothes.
So you can keep the plastic and put the plastic back on over it. I do that with some of my gowns for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay. That's a good idea.
Another thing though with dry cleaning, speaking of laundry, one of my other favorite products is a some kind of sorter, and that might look different for different people. We've got a 2-bin sorter in our master bedroom closet. One's for dry cleaning and one is for laundry.
Like a hamper, sort
Like
of.
a hamper, yeah.
Okay.
And then, with 2 people and we work out every day, so, that thing fills up pretty quick. So I've got another 3-bin sorter from the Container Store. It's white and it's on wheels. It's an amazing tool. I think they're about $30 or $40. And I have one for whites, one for colors, and one for darks and jeans and towels and stuff like that. So that's really helpful. I find a lot of my clients really do struggle with laundry. So I take the laundry bin out of my master closet, I separate it, and then, that's only probably a quarter of the way, halfway full. I'm not ready to do a load.
Yeah.
So then you only come back once one area is full. You don't waste water, you actually have a full load of laundry, and it's an easy way to keep like your clothes separated for those that love that. I have friends that only wash their Lululemon together. Like nothing else can be washed with their Lululemon.
Interesting.
So you could have like a Lululemon pile.
Okay. Brandon, I have a question for you.
I'm so excited.
I forgot what my question was. I remember what it was going to be. What is your least favorite thing? What is your least favorite home responsibility? Is it doing wash? Is it vacuuming? Is it unloading the dishwasher?
I'll probably clean the bathroom.
It's the worst. Caitlin, what's yours?
Mine are those pots and pans that have had like soap
Junk.
in them all day. Just really hard to scrub.
Oh, those are hard too. What about you, Hillary?
Mine are the dishes. I love vacuuming and laundry. I'm
Dishes.
one of those weird people, but I hate the dishes.
Katie?
I'm making my bed.
Those are all good. So what is one thing you despise doing? Like what is, I'm sure you're passionate about it all. But there has to be one thing that you're like, I have to do this right now.
So I find it challenging to get my car washed.
Yes, that's a good
So
one.
I drive a big F-150 because I've got to fill it with all my organizational tools, which is constantly overflowing. But yeah, I think my poor car gets washed like once every 3 months. It's so sad.
That's
But
really
that's
funny.
honestly a big part. Like, it's not just about home organization. Getting your car organized, getting your office organized, like get it all organized.
And you do it all.
Yeah, from electronic organization, like what's going on with your computer and your pictures, to file system management. I have clients that I have too many credit cards. I will sit on the phone with them and help them call companies and just cancel credit cards. Like whatever it is we can to simplify your life and make it easier, that's what I'm here to do.
Awesome. Well, these have all been really fantastic tips. Okay, I have one more.
Ooh,
that-
soap dispenser.
oh yeah, the soap dispenser. Okay, tell me about this.
So,
This is from Nest.
yes. So,
Simple Human that did a partnership with Nest.
I love it. Okay, so any kind of soap dispenser. Here's another tip for those that hate doing dishes and kitchen stuff. I'm constantly walking into even friends' homes, and they've got a cute little like soap dispenser or something sitting on their kitchen counter next to their sink, and then they've got this really ugly, hideous dish soap container. And some of them are big, some of them are small, different colors. I love just
Pretty.
something simple and pretty like this. Grab two, put hand soap in one, and then put dish soap in another. And it just makes everything look clean and simple, and you always have your dish soap right in your reach, so it'll be easier to do dishes.
And it doesn't have to be expensive. You said you go to Target and get the really pretty glass ones.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
One of my favorite ones is Target. They come in a little set, actually, even on a little glass.
Oh,
like,
right. I know
dish.
exactly what you're
It's
talking
so
about.
cute. I want to say it's $10 for the entire set. The two dispensers and the dish. It's super cute.
Love
I
that.
use it in all my clients. Like, literally, if you were to look at a lot of my clients, they all have that.
The same thing.
product.
You're like, oh, that's a Be More Organized client right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have one more game and then we're going to wrap up. So really quickly, if you are just now joining us, I just want to remind you we are here talking with Brittany Moore, who is the founder of Be More Organized. She is a professional home organizer. Make sure you find her on Facebook and go to her website, bemoreorganized.com. We are giving away a $100 American Express gift card. You could basically buy all of this times 2 with the gift card, times 3 or 4 actually. So everything we talked about is from the Container Store, Target,
With deals for
Walmart,
me coming up.
and the deals. But also, last but not least, just let me know you're here, say hi, and tell me what your number one spring cleaning tip is. So we are going to round out. I just thought of this game while we were talking. So I want to share, we have 6 really good deals from some of our favorite retailers where I think our viewers are going to get some really good, savings from. And so I'm going to share the deal, and then I want you to tell me the one thing, because I know you've gone to these places.
Okay.
Tell me the one thing that you never leave this store without.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm ready.
So the first deal I'm going to share with our friends on Facebook Live is Wayfair. So you guys all know Wayfair. You can get everything from like tables to couches to beds to
Yeah, I mean,
Everything.
organizational furniture,
baskets.
cubbies.
So they have up to 5% off total purchase with a discount gift card. That's a good deal. What is the last thing that you bought from Wayfair.com?
Actually, over Christmas, one of my favorite things, you can also get it from even some of the other retailers, but from Wayfair, the last thing I bought was Christmas storage. So many of my clients need this. So many of you need this. They have these gigantic bags for any like reusable trees, 7 foot, 9 foot, just big red bags. Easily throw that reusable tree. Stop using that box that you're trying to tape around and shove it back in the box. I hate that. Yeah, and then
Love that.
Christmas ornaments. I see clients just wrapping them in tissue paper and throwing them in a bin, which is great. They actually make these cubes that are about this tall. And then they've got dividers on each level, and you can organize each of your glass ornaments. They won't get broken. Nothing can happen to them. They're totally safe, and they're like $5.
Brilliant. All right. Okay, that was not the question I was going to ask, but I felt it was like a better question
Yeah.
for Wayfair. Okay, Walmart, you're going to get up to 5% off also your total purchase with a discount gift card. What is the one thing you will not leave Walmart without?
Big garage bins. The big bins. I usually recommend gray or black. They're about $8 to $14 depending on the style that you want. The ones with the locking lids or whatnot, but really cheap, really great, heavy duty. Love those. Never leave without them.
Awesome. Okay. IKEA has up to 10% off your total purchase right now with a discount gift card. You're noticing a trend here. We have a lot of discount gift cards, guys. When was the last time you were at IKEA?
Oh, recently, like in the last month. I mean, I buy a lot there. A lot of their shelves are great. I'm blanking on the name and the brackets that go with them. But the brackets are like $3. The shelves themselves, those really thick white ones, I want to say they're like $9.
Yeah.
So for any like open wall space or when someone needs extra storage in their bathroom or their closet, I buy those. I buy some cute baskets, and we throw socks or whatever we can inside of them. It's a great thing to
Awesome.
create some more storage.
Good thinking. Okay. Do you ever, so this is a good one. We always have really great deals for Overstock. Right now they have 10% off. Have you shopped on Overstock lately?
Yes. I actually bought a rug recently on Overstock. Oh my gosh,
Best
it's like my
rugs.
favorite rug.
They have
Yeah.
great rugs.
Great deals on rugs.
Uh-huh.
But I definitely love some of their cubbies.
Okay.
For kids' rooms, kind of a typical even IKEA-looking type cubby, you know, that has like 6 or so
Yeah,
different
yeah,
little
yeah,
cubbies and buckets.
Nice.
But they have some additional ones that sometimes I think are a little better quality than
Oh,
IKEA.
cool. So, TJ Maxx Home Goods, up to 5% off your total purchase with a discount gift card. Are all of the deals for all of our favorite places the same right now? That's good for our friends. What was the last thing that you bought at TJ Maxx or Home Goods?
I surprised myself. I went there last week, and I think I spent over $1,000 for one client on just so many different products.
Just the decor.
Yeah.
Or kitchen stuff.
Well, what's great about their, or like even organization products, is they tend to be a little bit prettier than maybe some of the other retailers, even the Container Store, because they have a little bit more of that decor element. So, for instance, I even bought these like huge bins. They're almost like laundry hamper size, like bins, for helping to organize a toy room. Because I threw a bunch of stuffed animals and really big chunky toys in these bins. But then you can also find really great like skirt and pant hangers there. I love, this is something to note, a lot of people do this wrong and it ruins your clothes. Don't get the clip hangers that have the like grooves in them. It'll ruin like your leather and certain fabrics. Get the like, they're almost like a very thin rubber that wraps around the clip. And anyway, I always find those I only find those at TJ Maxx.
All right.
Yeah.
And last but not least, we've talked about the Container Store like 30 billion times. They have really good deals right now, 25% off kitchen and pantry stuff. Huggable hangers from $4.99. Maybe those are them, like similar?
Yep. Similar.
Okay. And then up to 30% off on some of their other items, plus $20 cash back if you spend $150 or more. So I feel like you could probably name 5 things that you love at Container Store. Shoe boxes.
50. Yeah, I mean, the shoe boxes are great. There's all different kinds of shoe boxes too for whatever fits, how many shoes you have and what works. One of my favorite things from Container Store that no matter how much, maybe I buy 99.9% of my products at like even a Walmart for a client, there's always one product I always buy at the Container Store, and that is their labels. They have these really great metal labels that like clip over any type of bin, and they're really thick, so even if there's like a really thick basket, they clip right over it, and then it's really easy to label, throw either your label maker label on it or do a handwritten label. Those are hands down my favorite. I think I buy all like 20 they ever have in stock every day I walk in. Another thing that I love about Container Store is their garage shelves. They have this system called, I think it's Intermetro. I feel like I always get it wrong. Intermetro. Really great system. You can use it for garages. You can use it for pantries. If you've got a big walk-in pantry and you don't have it built out. They even have shelves, like little drawer shelves that attach and go with these shelves. So that's a really great system. Their Alpha system is amazing. Walk in, get a free consultation. Christmas is the best time to redo your closet with Alpha. They usually have like 50% off sales.
Oh.
So those are awesome. I mean, I feel like I go on and on.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing. So anything else that you want to share or ask Caitlin before we wrap up from our friends?
Users, be sure to check all these comments. There's great tips in here.
Yeah, so everyone just make sure to check all the tips and comments besides what Brittany talked about. Go to The Real Deal. She wrote a blog post for Retail Me Nots, online newsletter publication. So make sure, magazine, make sure to check it out. And then like Caitlin said, just look at what all your other friends, friends of friends are saying on the comments and in the comments. And we are going to be giving away the $100 American Express gift card before, don't drop it in my wine, before midnight tonight. Brittany, thank you so much for being here. This was so fun. And if you guys have any other questions, make sure to check out Be More Organized on Facebook. Go to Brittany's website. And again, thank you so much. We're so happy to have you. And everyone, make sure you use retailmenot.com or go to use the free app if you're shopping in store or even online as well. So thanks, guys. This is Sara Skarball. I'm signing off for another episode of Savvy Savings.